Hello everybody and welcome to the Guild Ball British Championship here at the Gameforged in Manchester. I'm your host Jamie.
And I'm Alex.
And hopefully we have sound this time.
Can you hear us? Tell us, chat.
Let us know in chat if you can hear us. If you can, it'll be mwah.
Apparently
Sound is great. Yes, it
we
worked.
nailed it. It
All
worked.
Right,
It's always good when it works first time.
Yeah, oh yeah. Who'd have
First
thought
time,
that?
every time.
First time, every time. First try. All right.
So throughout that, they've been picking players. And because we've been too busy trying to fix things, I haven't been paying any attention. So I'm going to write them down as they pick them and then enter them into this fancy thing.
Ooh.
So if anyone was playing along with the, is it Beard Minis Bingo?
Oh,
back
yeah.
from the last one. If anyone's held on to that and they're playing along,
Beard Minis.
I'm afraid I won't be referring to the notepad because I'm not using it.
Yeah. Beard Minis, do you still have that saved? If you could you put it in Guild Ball Supporters so everyone at home can play along with
You put
Guild Ball Stream Bingo?
I was going to say you put a lot of time into that. You put at least some time into that, and you couldn't use it. So now's its time to shine.
All right.
So I think that's at least a gutter card.
So it's Jason Mountain from Single Out Podcast. So he's playing Union, and I think we can assume he's going to play Black Hearts. So I'm going to click Black Heart on here. Pride. Oh, no, I think he's actually been running Season Brisket recently.
That's Benediction, isn't it?
Like, wait.
I'll cheat. I'll tell from the model that that's Benediction. I know that.
Looks like it still looks like Veteran Range.
This is the most fun bit of the stream, where fortunately you can't
guess
see
the
us, but we're
players.
both just kind of squinting at the camera, trying to work out which model's which.
Benediction. Looks like Coin.
Right, the cards are getting laid out now. That is Vet Rage and Coin.
Vet Rage, Coin. Gutter, Benediction. Mist. With the Engineers, it looks like Colossus. Hoist, obviously.
Because why wouldn't you?
Because why would you not take Hoist?
I believe it was Ballista as the captain.
Yeah.
Its mother as the mascot, because that was the only mascot in his roster, I believe. Assuming that the cards down towards the bottom are the ones. Right, it was Mist.
Yeah. And then last pick coming in now from Jason. Minx. Right, got that one. Engineers.
So judging on the fact that we've just had that he only has one reanimate, I'm guessing that's no velocity.
No. So, Hoist, Colossus.
Is that Harriet? What is it? Harriet?
Yeah, Harriet the Hat.
I believe she's in there.
Yep. Harriet. Mother, this is his only mascot.
Yeah.
So, got one squaddy and one captain. You think it's Ballista?
I've got Colossus, Hoist. I'm pretty sure Ballista was the captain. Mother was definitely the mascot, and that looks like Harriet's cards. There's only one I'm missing, and I can't tell.
It's Ballista, Mother, Ratchet. Oh yeah, Hoist. Ratchet, of course, for tooled up. All right, so the handy thing with this app we're using. Which app is this? It was just on Perkins' desk.
Ever the salesman.
Yeah, Ever the salesman. Is that it brings up the cards for us, so even though we have our terrible personal knowledge of Guild Ball, we can fake it till we make it.
We can fake it till we make it, and we can mark damage on that as well.
Yeah. So no grit
within
needed.
theory, I am half decent at keeping up with this. That is within theory because I'm awful at most things.
It is GB Manager app. GB Manager.
We've made it, boys. We can do it with an iPad instead of a pen and paper. We've made it.
Why did that? All right. So we have asked for the game plan deck cards to be collected for us. So we hopefully Bryce will be delivering them once the round has started. Let us know in chat who you think this game's going to go to.
Who do you think this game is going to go to? I know what all of the Union stuff does, so I'm going to say Union because I know what it does.
I mean, having Harriet and Hoist and Ratchet and Ballista, that is like the avoidance team.
Yeah.
And if Rage can't get in there, I think he's going to struggle to do anything.
I think there's a decent amount of tough hide. At least 2 targets with tough... 3 targets, because Ballista's got tough hide, Colossus got tough hide, and Hoist has tough hide. So the target, Ratchet, is kind of always your
always a target.
Easy go-to target.
Yeah.
But there's also no real reason to take him that close.
No, ever. He tools up from 4 inches away. Oh, we have our game plan deck cards. So if you want to take a note of these at home, Jason has Hunker Down, Wing Backs, Seize the Initiative, which is a big 7.
Yep.
Keep Your Chin Up, and Grudge Match. Whilst Martin has the Offside Trap, Won't Touch the Hair, Keep the Ball Moving, Go for the Knees, and Fall Back. So Jason does have a 7, whilst Martin does not, which could come into play.
Bryce writing down there for us, Outside Trap.
Yep.
It's outside is a trap. Can confirm.
Classic football maneuver.
The outside trap. I can confirm that outside is a trap, though. Yeah. That is indeed a fact. I'll pop that down there to keep our table nice and clean.
I'll say if you bring them up, I'll go on to the...
wow, we've really made it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know exactly what we're doing. Game plan deck. There it is.
And those watching at home, or wherever you're watching, you don't necessarily have to be at home. Just not when you're driving would be my only recommendation. Hopefully you can see the clock. There shouldn't be any glare on that.
Definitely want that.
So many widgets and tokens. Just so many everywhere.
Alex, what game doesn't include all that?
There's just so many.
What game are you working on that doesn't include all the widgets?
Oh, a bit of cheeky god tier.
Bit of cheeky god tier?
Bit of cheeky god tier.
Hashtag hexes.
I think that what makes me think that there's possibly more widgets and tokens there than there are is because I'm used to seeing not many.
Yeah.
But
well, you put dice
that
next
does
to you.
seem like a lot. No, the camera's back on us. Danger.
It's gone away.
It's gone away. Scared it off.
Take that camera.
Jamie did just shake his fist at the camera that isn't on us, so no one could see that, but I saw it. And now I'm commentating on Jamie's actions rather than what's going on.
That sounds like us.
So just so everyone that watching's aware, I do not believe the round has started yet.
No, not started yet. So we just got the guys.
Oh, Rona, that was a fancy camera angle.
I know, right? The close-up one.
Yeah. Go back to that one. That one's fancy. Yeah, that one.
That one.
Now we can see what all the models are. Do that one when they're picking teams.
So it looks like Jason there kicking off the ball to the engineers. So Jason kicking to Martin.
Oh, that camera angle's so good.
Well, it was something that we I asked for feedback on the Guild Ball World Cup in the Guild Ball supporters group.
Yeah.
And one of the big requests was for sort of like a 45-degree angle. This one's on a bit of a wonk because we had to jury rig it up.
Yeah.
But
no, I really like it. It looks really good.
We'll get that hopefully sorted for tomorrow. All right, so turn 1, for those of you who don't know, are played without game plan deck cards, so it's just a straight roll-off, kick-receive. As we've announced in the Steamforged blog, in Season 4, when you kick the ball, you will start with a point of momentum, which is absolutely huge for all guilds. Allowing you to use your heroics without the ball, turn 1 is massive.
So I believe kickoff from Mist here, and I'm assuming he's hoping to get that 1 or 2 so it hits that obstruction, would be my wild guess.
Hit the obstruction, or just hoping for like a 6-1 or a 5-2.
I think 6-1 would send it off, like probably not 6-1.
Well, that's where we see Jason there measuring out what a 6-1 would be.
Right, to make sure that it won't.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening in Twitch chat, but a lot of moderation needs to be done. A lot of people are messaging with words that have been what looks to be like blacklisted. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Did Mountain use a widget to get a perfect hairline? Was a comment in chat.
Oh,
Watch
wow.
him when he leans forwards. Very straight.
That is very good.
It's got a good barber, obviously. So 4 inches in 5. That looks like a pretty decent kickoff for forces Harriet to go get the ball if she wants it and can't use her sucker punch. Takes her away from hoist, makes it a little bit more difficult.
In anything where a ball lands where there's only one player that can possibly go and deal with it, always
it's a good kick,
decent, unless you specifically want to draw the play to an area of the pitch.
Yeah.
However, with it being over there, it does kind of land it in a position where it's fairly unlikely.
I think Mother can get it with webbing. Yeah, we are.
So I'm assuming he's setting up here to potentially be able to go in with the counter punch of missed, just steaming in and trying to take it and bang a goal in.
Exactly.
I'm right in saying none of these engineers have close control. Or does Colossus have close control?
Colossus does have close control.
Boop.
Yeah, close control, light-footed. Did he get sturdy in the end? I always forget that one. No, he got stoic. That's the one.
Yeah.
At one point, he was planning to get sturdy because he's a giant robot on huge legs. But it's like you can't do anything. You can't tackle him. You can't knock him down. You can't push him.
Just kind of removal of options, which is something we try to avoid, is you can't do this. And it's each of those individual effects doesn't have that.
No.
But when you layer them, it ends up being that.
Especially when he's got tough hide as well. So it's like, right, I'll go damage him then.
I can't damage him. I can't knock him down. I
can dodge off of him. Be an interesting one. I think engineers have a pretty good chance of this one.
You just kind of sit back, shoot things,
be very
chip
safe.
them off.
Yeah. So we're off.
Use the nest to get the ball.
Get the ball.
And I'm assuming pass it to...
And then pass back to Harriet.
Yeah.
And it is successful. So that's 1 MP.
And
Harriet's taken the dodge.
So I always find this super interesting because I know this is something I had noticed when I'm playing, or when I have played in the past, is when you make that successful pass and spend the momentum, but then you see a player waiting to work out where they're dodging to, which is always like a kind of like a concern for me. Is you've said you're dodging and now you're trying to work out where you're going, which tells me you didn't think this all the way through.
Well, I think the plan was just to get as far away from mist
as possible.
I mean, you do have the inspiring hat, and annoyingly you can't use it on herself. It's got target other friendly model.
Yeah.
But when she gets back into the fray, pass it to someone, then you can start getting into range, throw your bombs or shoot someone, and then walk away.
So I think Rage is just doing a, in inverted commas, charge here, just to get up quicker and not cost influence, and then passes the turnover.
I think Jason knows quite well that in turn 1, Rage doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Especially against an engineers team that is built to sit back. So don't give him any. Use your free charge to get as close as possible and get your other team.
Well, I wonder if he's almost dangling Rage there as a potential deadbolt target, just in the hope that he might get some momentum.
Yeah. He knows he's got a 7.
Yeah. Because he knows while he's got Mist sitting there, Mist
is
4
a threat.
Makes it so that there are certain choices that can't be made unless you want to be risky with the ball to generate momentum. And at the point where you don't have the ball and it is kind of just a stalemate as it is now, the person with the ball is within theory, the only one that has the power to get any momentum.
Yeah.
So if you are stalling that ball moving from a player, every activation is essentially costing you a momentum.
Yeah. So that's Ratchet tooling up hoist. Jogging
Moves up. And I quote, a bit.
Making sure he can block off the charge path there for Mist. The thing is as well, because Jason kicked, he has the final activation with Mist. Mist likely to get sturdy on him from Benediction.
Yeah.
That kind of kills the deadbolt knockdown plan.
Yeah.
And then Martin can't really pass the ball to anybody because Mist is then still threatening that centre of the pitch.
So I believe that is on gutter, I think.
Yes, the rough ground.
Yeah.
So she took 2 damage there.
Yeah.
$14 down to 12 for gutter. Benediction sprinting 6 up. And use a stand firm on Mist to prevent the knockdown from Lister. Obviously clumping up there quite nicely for the tooled up AoEs coming in from hoist.
Yeah.
Well, likely.
What you'd expect to be, yeah. I'm almost curious as to if you're going to go that close, why he didn't kind of park Benediction behind Mist to remove the push as well.
Yeah. And also, I'd be tempted to throw... If you're going to take those hits from hoist, have Rage in a position where if you want to hit somebody, you have to hit Rage so you get the momentum.
Yeah,
like,
try
that
and
way
get it so it's
if someone does get knocked down, you've got the momentum to clear. Or you can glide through the...
I will check.
What's that, sorry?
I'm forgetting I have these handy. It's range 10 on Blast Earth.
Yes,
right?
huge. Yeah.
So it's likely that, irrelevant of where you put Rage, you can hook it over him and avoid him.
But you could position Rage so that, like, if you want to hit Mist with it, who's the weak target, you have
to hit me too.
Yeah. It's or it's awkward to place it. So, got Blister here looking at the deadbolt. Looks like
I think it's gutter. He said looking for 4s.
Yeah, he's still. Snake Eyes fails.
And then put second wind onto Harriet.
Looks just out. Not with him 4. Can we go to the close-up? Oh, we are now. Awesome.
So he was out of range to put second wind on Harriet, puts it on himself and moves to there to get into cover, which is interesting because that is a usual habit, but it's missed.
Yeah, you don't want to be in cover. Yeah.
So bag of quaffers onto Minx and then a
Coffers.
jog. Coffers, not quaffers. Quaffers is the other one.
Yeah.
And for those that are keeping up with us, I don't think it was Hemlock. I'm fairly sure.
I'm pretty sure it was Minx, wasn't it? Or did he change his mind? No, it is Hemlock. Yeah, he changed his mind. I think you'll probably just have to restart it all. Jason,
why you do this?
Hemlock's a really strong choice for this matchup because you assume someone's going to get knocked down a lot.
Yeah.
You smelling assaults to get them back up. And it gives you some ranged counterplay with Noxious Blast.
Yep.
As we can see there, there's a group of Ratchet, Ballista, Mother, all within 3 of each other. What looks like anyway. I reckon an AoE would hit all them.
Yeah. Just for those folks watching are aware, the kind of Jason is generally using the regular influence tokens with the purple ones with the Union Fist on it. And then you can see kind of the shiny pebble thing.
Yes,
they have a name, but I can't think of it. That one is the token he's using to represent the influence from Bag of Coffers.
Yeah. And to remind him that he's got a bonus time.
Yeah.
So we've got Jason here just checking that he can get within range.
It jogs up 6 and then Noxious Blasting and on Ratchet and I believe Mother also.
Yeah. So 2 damage poison. Onto Ratchet. And blinding Ratchet as well. So that was 2 damage to Mother, 2 damage to Ratchet. Poison on both. And
then a
blind on Ratchet.
The bonus time from Bag of Coffers used on the blind, for those wondering.
It's a nice little widget for measuring out 3-inch AoEs when you've got models around.
Yep. Like a propeller.
Yeah, 10 inches easily in. What's it, sorry?
It's like a propeller.
Yeah. So Jason there saying, will he get poisoned? And Hoist gets poisoned as well.
Yep.
Hitting Gutter is successful, 3 damage. Oh. Needing 4s on the snake, gets the snake for 3 damage. And Hemlock needing 5s is safe. It's momentum from Momentous Inspiration. And again. So Hemlock dodges the Blast Earth, but everyone eats 6 damage.
Coin on 2 health, Gutter on 6. But yeah, Hemlock was untouched from that.
Yeah. Nasty, nasty turn 1.
Well, I'm intrigued that he wasn't potentially looking to put some of the Blast Earth in front of Mist, even if it misses, to slow him down.
Yeah.
But I guess at this point, where they're so close, he's going to get to someone.
Yeah, he's going to go hit and generate 4 momentum.
Yeah.
What's Gutter's health left on now then?
6.
6.
So she took 2 from the Blast Earth from Ratchet himself.
Yep.
And then 6 there from Hoist.
And with a missed Deadbolt, that's what, 3 damage? So she could have potentially been down to 3. And with a Sucker Punch, she'd be very close to death. So here we see just Mist just farming Ratchet for momentum.
Yeah.
Taking momentous dodges, momentous push dodges. Doesn't really matter on positioning too much.
Does that mean Mist should be poisoned? Or are they using that widget to make sure he's staying out?
Yeah, yeah. And then a momentous dodge there. Hemlock, a very lucky girl there.
Yeah.
She'd been on what, half health?
She's been on 4, yeah.
She's been on 4, yeah. Oh, she starts at 10, of course, yeah. So game plan decks being chosen. Four momentum to potentially 4 as well. Oh, there was a heal there on Gutter, taking her up to 8.
Up to 10.
Up to 10.
And then the poison damage coming through.
Yep.
So Mother will take 2. And it was Ratchet, right?
Yeah, Ratchet,
and
Mother,
Hoist.
and both players saying that's a pretty intense first turn, considering.
Yeah.
Players they're just saying when they move that widget it nudged Gutter. That's why Jason
Just
gave her a
nudge it
little
back a
nudge
little
back. Just thought I'd clarify that for him.
So while they're having a quick chat, rounding up the turn and deciding on their cards, going through the health, you've got Coin on 2 health, Gutter on 10 health, everyone else untouched. Then you've got Mother on 5 health, Hoist on 9 health, and Ratchet on 13 health. Everyone else that I didn't say hasn't taken any damage yet.
Clocks for those of you at home, 36 minutes for the Rock and about 39 minutes for the Mountain. What is harder, Rock or Mountain?
We'll find out.
Yeah. So players here just having a chat about how the game's going. And it's really nice. It's something when I've played against Jason before, he's really keen to go through and talk about all the options that you've made in that turn.
Yeah. Just clarifying there that Mist is engaging Ratchet and Mother.
Yeah, because Vet Rage exists.
Yeah.
Now, with Jason sees the initiative, the problem is that allows both players a 4-inch dodge. So even if he throws his big 7 down, Ratchet probably survives.
Yep.
So he disengages himself. And
that's if Ratchet's the target. I'm wondering if he's looking at Mother so that Jason can perhaps score with a bit more freedom of not being scared about the burrow from Hoist or the burrow from Mother herself. Is just kind of, if you can get rid of Mother, then you get a bit of control over the ball.
Yeah.
Mist's untouched at the moment, and I'm not sure exactly how easily he can be gotten rid of.
Lone Striker wasn't in either of the players' decks, so there is no other +7. So we've got Go for the Knees from the Rock and Keep Your Chin Up from the Mountain. So Keep Your Chin Up, a friendly model can use Come On Mate without spending MP. And Go for the Knees, choose one friendly non-captain model, they get +1 attack.
Yep.
Both at +5, so it goes, or choice goes to the Rock.
Who do you think that one player is going to be?
Non-captain, so probably Hoist, or maybe Harriet, actually. If we have a look at Harriet's stat card,
I was wondering,
2 Mentis damage on 2, yeah, it's got to be Harriet. Putting her to attack 6, pretty decent.
She's kind of out the way. I mean,
she's very far away, actually, yeah.
I don't know.
How fast is she? 9 inch.
She's 6'9".
So 10 inches of threat.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite look 10 to me. It's a bit more. Just from the angle you want to travel at.
Yeah. So Ballista activating.
Oh, it went on Ratchet.
Interesting. So Ratchet activating here. I might have just said Ballista. I can't remember what I said. And then going for some attacks. Attack 6, 5-0. Gets one success.
From Ratchet there.
Which I'm assuming is 1 damage.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess he's just looking for that point of momentum to heal himself. Or get out of the way. So 2, so we get momentum to push if he wants it.
And he does.
He does take it. It's nice when players play in the centre of the pitch and the cameras can actually focus on it rather than playing right in the corner against the edge.
And half of what I'm saying is just repeating what they're saying, because both players are being very both players are being very clear.
Oh!
So that's 4 sixes.
I'd have taken the knockdown there. But 2 Momentus and a push.
Leaving Mist on 9 currently, for those keeping count. And then does heal himself, which will put him back up to 17, but is currently poisoned. And then clears the poison on Mother.
Oh, actually, he's rethought about it. He's not
sure why the rush to clear the poison on Mother. That won't have an effect until the next end phase or maintenance phase.
Yeah.
And
I mean, keeping that bank of momentum is more important than
Like, if you have momentum later and you want it gone before it goes off, sure, but doing it super early in a turn doesn't seem to be a great move, because I just can't see how Hemlock isn't just going to pop it back on again.
Yeah. Well, it's that whole conundrum you have versus the Alchemist. It's like, do I even bother clearing these conditions, or do I just heal?
Yeah.
Because they're just going to give it back to me.
Yeah. Or you clear it once everyone that's putting them on's gone.
Yeah.
Because then you get a bit of freedom, and it means that they don't feel like they're being overly efficient with their activations, potentially. Yeah. So Mist just walking around. Goes for the momentous push dodge on Ratchet.
Shadow-like, and then just starting to dodge around.
Did he get Shadow-like? I'm not sure he was within range to get Shadow-like of Benediction.
6 inches. There. Looked like it.
From where the push was, not certain.
Yeah.
Then Mist heals himself, so Mist back up to full health again.
We're going to be locked into the top camera view for a while, whilst Ronan has nipped out just to go sort some camera stuff out.
Yeah.
They were flickering on our screens. I think he just wants to make sure all the wires are secure so we don't lose connection.
So I guess we can talk about our fancy setup just while these are coming through.
He didn't. Just someone in chat has confirmed, who's a better engineer player than either of us, that Ratchet used Fixer to clear Mother's condition because why not?
Right. Yep. That makes sense. That's a thing
Thanks,
on Ratchet's card.
You helped us.
So yeah, going over our fancy setup.
Yeah.
Whereas usually we are in the room of everybody else. You can hear all the background noise.
Yeah.
We try not to be too loud.
No.
And we try to make sure that the table that we are doing the stream content for is far enough away that they can't hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
Because that can be limiting when you're doing the commentary of not wanting to say all the options out loud, despite the fact if it's especially me, it doesn't matter because all the options I'll give you are awful. But we are actually downstairs in the same room that we do all the streaming from, the fancy media lounge, whatever we call it. Media lounge?
Is that studio.
The studio.
The studio.
Ooh, very fancy.
No, so if you've ever been to the Gameforge is upstairs. It's its own independent gaming store, and they're hosting this event for Steamforged. And we've got cameras upstairs, player mics, and they just basically run down through the floor into the studio in Steamforged. So we are nowhere near the players, so we can be as rude as we want to.
As rude, as loud.
They can only hear it if you guys at home tell them, or if they watch
it back.
Watch the stream.
I'd be intrigued to know how many people do watch their games back when they're streaming.
I think everybody does.
I can't. Whenever we make any stream content, I don't have it in me to watch it.
No,
I just can't do it.
I wouldn't watch my own commentary back because that would be really cringe.
Yep.
But I think if you are interested in getting good at Guild Ball, watching yourself play and having someone else talk about the decisions you've made, and I think you get like a bit of a meta view of your own game.
Do you think you'd be more inclined to watch if you lost or if you won?
I think I'm more inclined to watch if I lost, so I could be like, that's the dice roll. I wasn't a bad player. That's the dice roll that ruined it for
just
me.
Like
it's on camera.
Reaffirm that this is where I messed up, or this is where I'm failing.
No, I think honestly, dice aside, I think you would learn more. It's that whole thing. You learn more from a loss than you do from a win. If you win, you don't learn anything because you did well. If you lose, there's a learning point there.
Yeah.
And
there'll usually be, especially in how tight Guild Ball is, there's usually one moment where, and it could be an incorrect choice or it could be a dice roll.
Yeah.
And then there's an argument was going for that dice roll an incorrect choice, the knock-on effect.
Butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect. But I just find that very interesting because, currently we do a decent amount of content and I don't watch any of it back. No.
So we got Gutter here coming up
for Mother.
Going for the attack on Mother. 6 dice, needing 3s.
That is 2.
Strong. 2 hits is a momentous 1 damage.
Goes for the scything blow.
Yeah. Spends 1 to heal herself, back up to 15 health. Players there saying, oh, she's on 15 health, right? It's like, no, she has 14, but we can call it 15 if you want. Just whilst we were talking about the playback stuff, Harriet passed the ball to Ballista.
Yeah.
That's Gutter's activation done. It's time for Ballista. 2 dice for a deadbolt on Gutter. It hits.
Yep, it hits.
Knockdown, 3 damage, 2-inch pushback. Is it 2-inch push?
It is a 2-inch push.
Yeah, I remembered. Then walks up into range. And starts punching. Looking for 3s and 1.
And gets
Oh, he gets 1 hit, which is 1 damage. And this time 2 hits. Takes a momentous push to get into the crowd outs. Or the gang ups, I should say.
What's a gang up between friends?
So 2 more dice. Two more attacks. And the Rock there,
good one.
really looking for the high results, and he nails it. 5. 3 non-momentous damage.
3 damage. Leaves Gutter on 7, assuming I've been tracking this properly.
Players are just working out exactly how many attacks have come through. So two for the deadbolt, one attack, push, 3 damage,
So this
one
is the
more.
last
This is the
one.
last attack. And looks to be
That's
another
5
3 damage.
again?
Momentous,
No, 4.
non-momentous.
Yeah.
But choices have to be made about whether you actually want to take this damage if you're not going to
Just
kill her,
pop
or put up the
minefield
minefield momentously.
Yeah. Or push.
And
Pushes
takes
away.
the 2 damage momentous double push.
So Jason significantly up on clock
I was
here.
just about to say, 9 minutes up on clock at this point in the game is huge, and as we've both experienced with the Vet Rage team, if you can get ahead on clock, you
Yeah, you're
need
pretty
that time.
good because you spend so much time working out your dice once it starts to get into the,
Clara-
especially like the legendary turn or throwing out heroics
Yeah.
and really starting to rack them up. And you kind of hit this nice stride where the dice numbers you're rolling become consistent from like
Yeah.
turn 2 onwards, where it's just adding 1 or 2, but it's the
Yeah.
initial calculation of
Yeah.
this is my base.
This is
Next,
my heroic,
next,
this
next.
is my thing, this is this is
Like
this.
I know when I was playing Vet Rage, I just had different coloured dice,
Yeah.
which were so I had like a handful of my like crowd
Attack
out dice,
dice,
or gang up dice. I had a handful of. I had 1 usurper dice.
Yeah, just
I
in
had
case.
my standard 7 dice. I had my 4 charge dice because it just made it easy for me to grab them all and not have to count them out every time.
Yeah.
Because I just spent so much time gathering dice pools.
Gathering dice and explaining it to your opponent as well.
As what each dice is, rather than just
You know,
grabbing a handful and being like, "These are I'm rolling these," and
It's
this
when
is
it's
what
when
I'm
you're
gonna
stood
do.
there, you've not charged, you're like, right, I'm rolling 12 dice. The opponent's like, what, why, how,
Where are
what,
they
where
coming
are they
from?
coming from? You're like, oh, do I have to tell you?
So this is Benediction taking a momentous knockdown on Ratchet.
Nicely done. Fancy dice.
Fancy dice.
Fancy singled out black dice with conditions on them.
Some might call those condition dice.
No.
So you get 6 on that one.
Thank goodness for the knockdown, eh? Takes momentous 2
which,
and a double push.
assuming my calculations are correct, leaves Ratchet on 10.
It looks like we're going to go. I expect we'll see a Ratchet takeout, or attempted Ratchet takeout.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So, as far as I'm aware, Jason's still got his free Come On Mate, which he's not used yet.
I believe so, but he may have used that on Gutter.
To heal her,
I
yeah.
initially had Gutter marked down here as being on 11 health, but then they had the whole 14 or 15.
Yeah,
So I wonder
so
if it was used there and we just missed
maybe
it.
missed that. Oh, Ronan there upstairs, live moving the dice tray since the camera's dropped. Ronan must be loving this,
Just having to run up
that.
down.
He's going to be so
cardio.
fit by the end of it.
Good bit of cardio. We just sit here flapping our gums.
Yeah. So coin there using bag of coffers, the classic bag of coffers hemlock combo.
Yeah.
For she can have one, get one from coin, and a bonus time, so my Noxious Blast on my blind is really reliable.
And Colossus just moved up there, I believe, just to engage Rage, so that he's got a basically quick time out before he wants to charge. I would assume Ratchet, unless he's going to move to the extreme of that range, and then just Red Fury through.
Yeah, Benediction.
Benediction, maybe.
Yep. I think we're prepping here.
I believe Ratchet is engaged by Mist, so perhaps.
And Benediction, yeah.
If you, well, I'm meaning so that you
yeah.
heroic onto Benediction,
yeah,
crowded out by Mist, and then
good.
you put your attacks through from Benny.
Yeah. Looks here like Mother's planning the nest marker and where Hoist can choose to burrow up through it.
I think it's partly that, and it's partly to make life awkward for Rage in terms of the line, like that charge lane.
You can go over them, but you can't end on them. And Mother just moving up to engage Gutter.
And then scampering through. So is the ball on Ballista, or has Ballista dropped the ball there? I didn't.
I believe the ball's on Ballista, and it's not.
So.
It was just pushed up a little bit to get him ranged to punch.
So this is smelling salts. So the knockdown cleared on Gutter.
Smelling salts there, nice to use. No use of bonus time, but jogging 6 up to engage into Mother now.
Yeah. So quick catch up for those on health numbers. Coin on 2, Gutter on 5, everyone else on the Union untouched. 5 on Mother, 9 on Hoist, 10 on Ratchet, everyone else untouched. Momentum-wise, I'm not going to lie, I'm not really sure. I'm relatively certain the Engineers have 2. I think the small like MDF looking like yellow tokens next to the goal, just above it. I believe that's the momentum for the Engineers.
Yep.
I'm not sure where the momentum for the Union is.
I believe it's the dice. Oh no, last turn I think it was the dice. Oh, he does have a. No, it's just a little figure on the goal. Not sure.
So not sure on that one.
They definitely have some.
So Hoist moving up and takes the sucker punch from Harriet.
Yep.
And I'm assuming looking for the playbook result here.
Yeah.
So just looking for 2 successes.
Yep.
So the sucker punch will put her Gutter onto 3.
Yep. No momentum generated from all this. Takes the sucker punch
again, leaving Gutter on 1.
1 left.
And this should be gone even without the sucker punch.
Yeah, 1 hit.
And 1 damage.
And the Rock there thinking about bonus time in it, hoping just to get it on the dice.
Goes for the 1 momentous damage in the push just to get the extra momentum.
So that is 2 VPs for the Engineers. Ronan has run upstairs to sort out some camera stuff, so that will be updated on the screen when he gets back.
Yeah.
I'll write him a little note.
And then spend some momentum to clear the poison on Hoist.
So Jason there asking, can I Red Fury through Benediction to push Ratchet around then get Rage
wheel
in
him
range.
in, so Rage can just quick foot out and charge.
Yeah.
In the middle between Mist and Benediction, rather than round to the side, because that nest marker has made life a bit awkward in terms of getting across that way.
So what he's planning out there is, can he push him into base contact with Benediction and take another 2-inch push to jump over that nest marker because he can travel through him?
I think the right call is in between the pair.
Oh yeah,
because it just kind of puts
it's only one
Rage
attack as well.
in the middle.
Yeah. So we've got a Red Fury coming through Benediction. So base dice from... So players there agreed that Jason declared he was still in range, and they've just been moved during play. Yeah. With 4 taking the double push.
Yeah, just taking
Momentous.
the double push on the 2.
Two to quick foot rage, disengage.
Quick time, Jason, quick time.
Quick time.
Is it quick time or
it
am I
is,
getting
it is
wrong?
quick time. Quick foot is the +2/+2.
I remembered.
Can he see
He's
him for
claiming a charge, and I'm not convinced there's a line of sight for the charge.
Yeah.
But there might be
Actually,
from the edge of the base to the edge of the base.
If we can go from the top-down view, I think it's whether we can actually get him range for the charge anyway.
Yeah, so he's just checked there, so he
I think from where Rage was, from edge of base to edge of base, there would have been a line.
Yeah.
No heroic declare. Jason's like, I forgot that. That's a missed opportunity on my behalf. And the Rock being like, no,
You can
cool,
take it
you
if
can
you
do
want.
it.
Jason's like, no, it's fine. I'm not going to kill him anyway. I'm fine with it.
I'll keep my momentum.
So he might kill him anyway.
Kill
You probably choose not to kill him, irrelevant of whether he rolls well enough to or not.
Take, say,
Momentous 3 and a push, Momentous 3 and a push.
yep. And a defensive stance. And it's still the exact same result, even with that defensive stance.
Should leave him on 4 health, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the right call is to leave him on 1 health, start the turn, kill him, and then go murderize someone else.
Yeah. Oh, 8 left, so he must have healed in there at some point.
Oh, Jason does take the heroic. So those green dice are his momentum.
Okay. So is it just each dice
is
one?
It's 1 momentum point. It means that if he, I don't think he's using them as such, but if you bonus time, you can just take 1 dice away, roll it, and then it's discarded. Momentous 4 there.
Non-momentous 5.
Changed his mind to a non-momentous 5 because
leaving him on 3.
The engineers have no momentum and Jason's rolling in momentum.
Ratchet's still poisoned, right? So 3 is a pretty nice number because that'll leave him on 1.
Yeah. And that's turn.
So Jason on +6 here.
Yeah, so
it's a lot of freedom on his choice.
Yeah.
Not that he necessarily knows that, but...
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that Jason knows he's got a 7. If his opponent plays a 7, he only needs to play a 2 to win. So that was wingback from Jason. And I missed what the card was from...
I think it was fullback, but I'm not certain. Does fullback give an extra momentum? Influence.
He gets to give someone poised.
So the card he took give an extra influence.
Yeah, so it won't touch the hair. It's a +3, so he wasn't going to win it, but he gets an extra influence, and 1 friendly squaddy model gets the poised.
Poised, yeah. So he's put that on hoist.
Whilst Jason took wingback. Where is wingback? Wingback is +4, but if a friendly model starts within 8 inches of the edge of the pitch, aka Gutter, who's just returned, they get to make a Shadowlight dodge.
Yep.
And with him knowing he's going first, he doesn't need to spend one of his higher cards.
Yep.
Jason eyeing up the 6-point missed activation.
The final point of damage on Ratchet, and
Jason's like, well, it'd be rude not to go for it. That's the kind of attitude I like, where where you can pull yourself so far ahead.
I mean, realistically, it just lands you in there is not going to be a better if you go with Rage now to finish him off, then go and do damage somewhere.
Yeah.
You won't gain anything.
No,
I don't feel like you really lose anything for going for this activation.
Not at all. And I believe the actual players actually said that the ball is loose there.
The ball is loose.
I believe so, because Jason asked, and that's why Jason thought I can go for this.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. If the ball is not on Ballista, that's a pretty easy 6 points. Of final one on
Poke.
Ratchet gets you your 1 MP. Yeah. Then
Jason's going with Benediction.
Right. I mean, I'd still try. I think going with Mist is the right call. I don't think it's too risky, and it gets you the 6 points. Yeah. You might be wary of the fact that he's, going in early and scoring, and that might be what it is his goal-scoring model goes and scores in his first activation, then loses control of the ball.
Yeah, well,
pings it back out into play.
What Jason said is that if we do this, we play football, ping pong, and you actually win because you are ahead currently. If you score first, it's one of them. But I think
in theory, if it ends into a goal-scoring ping-pong, I don't see how Jason can't win that, because Martin's only 2 points up and there's no other models on the table outside of Coin that are close to dying.
I guess the ping-pong happens after he's killed another one, so he goes back in front.
But I'm not sure where that other one is. No one else on the board outside of the currently injured Gutter has taken damage other than Coin, and that extra 1 doesn't make a difference because the clock difference.
Yeah.
I mean, the clock difference is significantly smaller. It's gone down from the 9 minutes that it was towards the middle of the second turn to now only being 4. Yeah. And now we are running into dice time.
Yeah.
Dice time with Vet Rage.
So that's 2 points to the Union there
so
for the takeout on Ratchet.
Down. Everyone is shocked who saw that one coming. And then I believe just moved up and engaged and sturdied, I believe is what happened there.
Yeah, the engagement is so scary when you're playing against a Vet Rage team. You're like, I don't want to ever be engaged by anyone because it's just free damage for Rage.
Yeah. And also you jinxed it because you said I like it when the players move towards the middle of the table, and now look what you've done.
I know.
Now they're all slowly...
They're drifting down.
They're drifting towards the camera. Ronan, can we get the other super sweet sideways shot?
There we go.
Oh, look at it. It's like it was framed intentionally for this moment. I just find the weird, the pose of Colossus over there. Yeah. Looks like he's doing some sort of really regal march across the top of the pitch. Like the flappy inflatable.
Yeah, like you're waving inflatable tube man.
Whatever that Family Guy quote is.
Yeah.
That thing. The advertising inflatable flappy arm man.
Yeah.
Or doing like a weird opera singing.
Yeah.
So Martin's not really sure what to do here, and I'm not. He's just hit that point where there's several things that can be done, but not really sure. So he's going with Ballista. He's going for the deadbolt on Benny, which won't knock him down, but I'm guessing just to disengage them both.
It's disengagement.
And it's 3 damage, so that would put Benediction on 16 of 19.
Did he bonus time it? Because he should have only been rolling 1 dice. Oh no, wait, if you target the model you're engaging, you're fine. Yeah. That's right. That's fine. One of those little niche rules of Guild Ball.
Yeah.
I wonder why he dropped the ball.
So he does snap the ball.
In the first place.
I mean, there's decent tackles across the board, and I figure that with the line where he had his players was harder to get through than it was to tackle the ball and potentially give up control. So you can't get through here because I've blocked your line with my models, so I'm safe to drop it here. But then where the turn ended, because of the pushes, that line had been broken, which then made it look like it was a silly move where it was probably the right call at the time.
Nicely played from the Rock here. Pass over to Colossus, takes a 4-inch dodge away from the action. He's got a sprint, he's got a shot, he can bank that for the end of the turn. Or just when he wants to click that button and score 4.
We've jinxed it now. We overheard a conversation at the start where he had, in the previous game he played on stream, he whiffed every shot. I think he said missed 4 shots.
Yeah. Takes a momentous push on Benny.
Push on Benny. Into base to base. I believe this is a counter attack, which will be a push. So, like
is that
a weird
dodge?
shoving fight. No, so that was a counter attack from Benediction.
Oh, okay.
So Ballista used his result to put him in base to base, and then Benny used his to get it away.
Go away, please.
Takes the knockdown on Benediction.
Yeah. Nicely done.
I believe this is the last one.
Yeah.
So you had the deadbolt, the pass, and then this is the third attack.
Yeah, yeah. So. Takes another momentous push.
But doesn't move him anywhere. And that's the poised counter-attack from Benny gone.
Yeah.
Still think should have gone for that missed activation, because I kind of assumed that was what was going to happen. Whether it was a pass up to Colossus, or if it was just I'm going to boot it up there and he'll go and clean that
just
up.
breach, try and score yourself. Although I don't think he had the... Actually, with 10 inches of kick and a sprint, he probably would have been in range to breach himself if he wanted.
Yeah. But then that does just slap bang in the middle of the board. And not nice town.
And gives control of the ball directly to the mountain.
And if at any point that plan goes wrong, you're kind of in no man's land, whereas with it is up where it is, it's just a safe area of the board. You can just sit on it.
Oh, so we got Vet Rage charging, Ballista declaring a defensive stance and counter-attack. It's early morning.
So Jason seems to be measuring around not going over that nest marker, but
I don't think he can get
I'm right in saying he can go over that nest marker.
He can go over it, yeah.
So he should be good.
I think it's a commonly misplayed rule is that you can't cross over them.
Whereas he can go over it.
You can't go over them, you just can't end on them.
Not that it seems to matter too much.
No. But I think he's also trying to find a place.
That seems to be what he's measuring, is to check that there's a line he can take where he doesn't cross over it.
But he knows he can go anywhere. I think he's trying to get out of the crowd out range for it.
Right.
Because there's no way to remove them. It's just one of those annoying things that the engineers can do.
So the charge with no heroic up, I don't believe, at least I didn't hear it declared.
And 4s and 1 because of the defensive.
Yeah.
And he takes the knockdown. Opponent there just feel like, looking for a reason why that knockdown could not have happened. Did you subtract this dice? Yes, I did.
Did you think about this? Did you think about this? Did you think about this? It's not momentous, so it still hasn't got the heroic up.
Yeah.
Takes momentous 3. Tough hides down to 2.
Yep, the tough hide there.
I believe he said he stood up Benediction with that momentum.
Yeah,
that's why he wasn't heroicing.
The knockdown
token's no point
gone
until Benediction's standing up.
Correct. And down to 2s and 1. Takes a momentous 3 down to 2. Uses the heroic now.
Heroic.
And doing the dice math. Oh, a couple of 1s in there. An armor. 4.
Puts Blister on 11 currently.
So that's Jason is giving the total amounts for him and expecting his opponents there to monitor his tough hide.
That was another 3. But I believe this is another 3. Unless
it's
it takes...
And this 4 goes down to 3.
So that would stay at 4 with the heroic, right?
No, so it's he's choosing the momentous 3, which goes up to 4 and then back down to 3.
Right, okay.
Basically, because of the heroic, Mountain's been able to choose the momentous results and maintain them.
So, and he's taken the 1 there. So in total, that attack was 4 damage.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I believe, assuming I've got that right, Ballista's got 4 health left.
Sadly not in mist range, because mist is not heroic.
Yeah. So this is Hoist going in on Hemlock,
Hemlock it must be.
So he did true rep Sucker Punch again. And then he's hitting...
He's punching Hemlock
for the extra dice.
Yeah.
And then Sucker Punching Mist. So that's 2 on Mist so far, putting Mist on 8 health.
Yep.
Sucker Punch is 2, right?
Correct.
And then puts 1 damage onto Hemlock.
Yep, because he missed the Sucker Punch.
And the last one, I think.
Oh.
And that'll be...
Rolling hot. I know, guys at home, you can't see these, but these got 3 results there. The contrast on his yellow dice are not great.
Nope.
Takes a Sucker Punch on Mist.
Again, leaving Mist on 6 health. So Coin moving up to Bag of Coffers.
Onto Gutter. Oh, Jason's caught. The Mountain has dropped a lot of time from his lead. He's dropped 4 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. I think that was that plotting that rage activation against Ratchet.
But as ever, both the rage activations have eaten a lot of time because you have to do your...
Well, it's the extra options of, like, very often with the captain activation, it's either I'm going to go and hit something or I'm going to go and score.
Yeah.
And then rage is like, either I'm going to hit something, I'm going to get something else to hit something, or I'm going to go and, I mean, if you're me and an idiot, or I'm going to go and score.
Yeah.
But it is just when you've got that plethora of options available to you, trying to work out which is the better one.
Yeah.
Is what eats the time, and then you make the decision, and then you've got to work out which dice you're doing. Then you need to work out, do I keep Red Furying here, or
is it
if I'm Red Furying, do I heroic them? Or and it does so many decisions that can alter per attack. Like you kind of have to ask the same questions again.
Each.
So the Benediction activation, the Rage activation with the Red Fury through Benediction, he knew he wanted the 1 push, and then he was done with Benediction. That was a nice, easy routine one.
Mountain, sorry, not Mountain, the Rock.
Yeah, it's like he's kind of hoping that he could get Mist to go, but he knows that Jason is just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Well, Mist is pretty healthy in the grand scheme of things, considering there's only 2 influence left, which is either a Sucker Punch or, 2.
Does Harriet have no way of getting that on the playbook? So
she does, but
it's probably not likely.
No. But, I mean, you got 2 Def 5 models. You need to roll 3 5s, or you can roll 2 dice looking for 1 5.
Yeah.
And I'd definitely take the 2 dice. So Mother there moving 2 inches.
I was wondering at speed 6 if she could go and hit Benediction to Sucker Punch onto Mist, but I don't know.
Even then at 2's 2, you need all your dice to hit.
Well, because she'd get the...
No crowd out, he's knocked down. Nests just crowd you out, they don't gang up.
Right, okay. Oh, and it was last turn that we were talking about the extra... attack. That's not this turn. We're turn 3 now, right?
You're correct.
So popping a nest marker next to Mist, and that is Mother done and passing turn. So Hemlock goes.
Hemlock heals from Magical Brew.
Yeah.
Great ability. And then wraps around just to give the crowd outs back onto Mother.
Mother still, unless there was a heal that I missed in there, Mother's still sitting on 5 health.
Yeah. And heals Mist. Jason, the Union on 1 momentum and the Engineers are on 2, so it's quite a low-scoring game for now. Mist is sat there with 4 influence, though.
Well, there's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of momentum spending going on.
Yeah.
And that's kind of stuck from turn 1 through. Turn 1 was a very busy turn in terms of things getting thrown out and wanting to remove them as quick as possible.
Missed attack 2.
I'm not sure that really matters for what you want. Like he's going to score, and then he's hoping for a good scatter straight onto Mist for Mist to be able to just break out and do almost the exact same thing Colossus has done, but on the other side of the pitch. Because now Harriet's moved away from holding that position on the side.
Yep. So we see Gutter here taking the Shedlike.
And then we use Gutter to lock her in place. Now she's kind of entered back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, both players have a way of, just to finish what I started earlier, both players also have a way of, outside of momentum, removing conditions. You've got Fixer on Ratchet, and you've got Smelling Salts. So there's a lot of put tokens down, take it off going on.
Yeah.
Some of it's momentum, some of it's not.
A lot of it just forces the activation to happen there and then. And I think if you're trying to force condition removal, it is more beneficial for the engineers because they get tooled up in that activation, so they want to go first anyway. They get to remove it, and it costs 2 momentum, so 2 influence for Hemlock to do it.
So it's a momentous 2.
So this is
I think that was 3 loads of momentous 2.
Yeah, just railing into Harriet.
And Gutter is on
Gutter's
full.
Back onto full health.
So she healed 3 from the Life Drinker, is it?
Yeah, it is.
That one's called.
And then
healed 1 from one of the momentum. Who were those attacks on? Were they on?
That was all on Harriet.
They were on Harriet.
Yeah. And Jason was positioning to make sure that he was outside of 2 inches of Hemlock, just in case.
Just in case he got the scything blow.
He gets the scything blow. Although it was unlikely to happen.
So that will leave Harriet on 10 health for those unfamiliar with how much health she has.
Is he going for it? I wouldn't go for a goal here.
No, I'd just completely hold off.
Yeah, he's going for a tapping goal.
Granted, like, looking at the position of that scrum in the middle and where Jason wants it.
And he scores with a screamer.
So that will be...
So 6-2 to the Engineers.
Will he remember the additional influence? Place bets now.
Yes. He seems pretty on it. Now, the really difficult thing here is that he's giving up possession of the ball back to the mountain.
So the free space is over with Rage and Benediction because the only enemy model over there is knocked down currently.
Yeah. If, Mist has that
Right, you're saying you can't intercept a goal kick.
Correct.
So if that was to land on Harriet, for example, it's
the worst case scenario, but it ends up over there.
It's not particularly favourable. He doesn't want to have to go backwards before he goes forwards.
Yeah. But he's got 4 inches of dodges to play with before he has to sprint.
That's fair.
And with 4 inf, he can shed like, drop the smoke bomb, sprint, and shoot.
So he's definitely in range
for
the
all
Benediction.
the range in the world here, yeah.
Do you think he goes for just to score a goal back? Because he's up on momentum currently? I can't see because
yes, it's 2-3.
So he's currently up.
So, but it would end 3-2. And
Within
he can play his 7 to try and go first and score again or take out the threat.
It's kind of the decision. Weirdly, like, psychologically, I feel like if he goes for the goal here, it shows his hand a bit in terms of I have a high initiative. Because if you're not convinced you're getting the first turn, you don't go for this.
No. And
maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do go for this irrelevant because there's not an ideal position with Ballista being on the floor where you can kick that ball back out, get the initiative and score straight away if you were to win the initiative anyway. So.
Yeah. So he's going to hit Ballista 4 times. So he's not going for the goal this turn. He wants to guarantee going first.
Yeah. Take some momentous push dodge.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he might go for it. If at the end of it, he might be like, you know what? I'd
go
going
for
first.
I'd go for it. Once you're 1 ahead and you have a 7, you're going first. He's gone into this at least 1 ahead.
Yeah.
There's no more momentum on the table for Martin.
Guys in chat, what do you think? Should Jason take the shot on goal? Let us know.
I'd take the shot and then take the dodge with Mist to get into a nice position to just make it, because his coverage of kind of where that ball can scatter is actually pretty decent.
Oh, yeah, he's got Gutter this side. Mist could go over to the
the only
far
way
side.
this goes wrong is if it flies over the top of all of them. And then Colossus is just like, I'm going to go and camp next to my goal now.
I'll have another goal. Yeah. But even then, he's going first and put Rage as a tackle on one. You know, he can knock down. He's got options.
I'd have gone with it first and set up to be able to,
yeah.
if nothing else, and this might be me being gamey and horrible, force Martin to really spend some time on his clock working out where he wants the ball to go, knowing he's probably going second when it comes to the initiative. Because re-establishing that clock advantage would be really good for Jason here on a turn where I'd imagine going into turn 4, a lot of his clock is going to vanish because there's a lot going on.
I'm going to call it now offside trap.
Offside trap.
He has to spend the extra MP because he's the furthest one forwards. Bring on Ratchet on the side, push him up.
Yeah.
He knows he's losing. He gets an extra influence, and he gets a +1. He gets his low card out of his hand.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really know if there's any like particularly strong choices here for. So we had grudge match out of Jason.
Oh, and grudge match played.
And we had fullback out of Martin.
And he chooses fullback.
Yeah.
Not outside. Offside trap. Interesting.
Outside trap.
Outside trap.
Good old outside trap.
Thanks, Bryce. So he's really going for the killing game from Jason here.
I think he's just going to go and protect that ball. He wants to remove the choice for Martin to have control of the ball by completely establishing control of the ball himself.
Yeah.
He knows he can outkill him now that we're at this point of the game.
Yeah. Harriet's taking the singled out from grudge match.
Ballista's going down. He's got 4 health left.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we see the legendary turn from Rage. He kills Ballista, charges off into engaged Harriet, who is engaged by Gutter.
Yes.
And potentially we see both of them just explode in Viscera.
So I'm right in saying that, at least on the preview camera that I'm seeing that the stream guys aren't seeing.
Yeah, this one.
That one.
Yeah.
Harriet is the model to the right of Mother.
Correct, yes. Yeah. So where he's just put the influence down, straight ahead, that's Harriet.
Okay.
And that's a punch onto... it's probably a single punch onto knockdown Ballista with the legendary. He's dead. Charge off into Harriet. Kill her.
Yep. Yep.
And you've got your big 6-inch
Does need to
aura.
be careful of when Ratchet comes back on. Mist isn't in the best spot for Ratchet coming in and doing a... Is it long? Has it still got the super long pass?
Yes, a long bomb.
Just coming in and having a go at a long bomb up to Colossus?
Now, I think... I was waiting for players to try and confirm. I don't know whether that Colossus was in 10 inches or not. Because that makes a huge difference on the order of activation.
Right.
So
obviously Colossus can just scoot back and if that is determined to be necessary.
Yep. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still not sure on the choice to not take that shot with Mist. I still think I'd have personally taken it, but I'm impatient and bad, so...
The thing is, if he takes that shot, it puts him up to 6. He can kill 2 models pretty easily, get himself to 10. It's like, well, if you score that goal, we get himself to 8, and then he puts him in that, you score the goal, I win.
Yep.
Position.
Yep. So Rage is going
so
first.
we're seeing Rage. And he's legendary.
He did legendary.
Five health left on Ballista. So probably 2 attacks, most likely. Momentous 3. Oh, he's not legendary. What? So
he did legendary.
Yeah, he did legendary. He just
2
confirmed it on
left on Ballista
player
now.
mics.
And that should be...
So that's 4 momentum now.
Yeah, it gets 3
and
momentum
2 more
out
points
of that one
to
attack
to the Union.
because of the wrap. And then charge for free, because why not? Into Harriet, as Jamie predicted. It's probably the right call. Go in. I mean, she's got 10 left. That's relatively easy for Rage with a charge and 2 influence.
Yeah, with a singled out, it's pretty terrifying.
So these dice aren't being rolled. He's just counting them out into the dice tray, nice and clean. Okay, so 5 successes in total. Momentous 4 with a 1-inch push, which will leave her on 6 health.
How's the attack's been? Just I was off mic then. What's been
So
happening
that was
with
4 damage went through there
Yeah.
from the charge. Only 5 successes on the charge after taking them all out, so it wasn't the greatest roll with the amount of dice that were rolled. And that's
Oh no, he's got 1 hit. Wow, Jason. So you guys might not have seen it there because the dice cam is having a little bit of issues.
so Harriet has 1 health left.
Harriet has 1 health. Jason was like, I'm not going to bonus time it. I'm rolling a ton of dice. I only need 3 4s for this to come off.
I think it's fine. Like,
That's the worst.
Ratchet kind of has to go here.
Oh, yeah.
So Gutter just finishes Harriet off.
Yeah.
It's like it's really not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. It's one of those moments I think that feels like a big deal at the time,
Yeah, it's not.
and then it's more like psychological than it is actually doing
Yeah.
anything.
So, looking for... Oh, my goodness. He hits 1, 2, 3,
So there was
4
a charge
dice.
out of Ratchet there to get as many as possible.
Gets a momentous tackle on 3, which he needed.
Yes.
It's pretty...
Was that defensive stance or not? There were lots. I think
It was
all of the
it-
ones was 6s were successful.
Yeah.
So
It was a counter-attack declared to tackle the ball back.
right.
Because, his tackle's so high up that if he doesn't get it on the charge, he's...
Yeah.
And he just rolls hot fire again
Gets
and
it
gets
back.
the tackle on 3, hits.
Yeah.
Jason shaking his
And he
head
is
there.
going for a bonus time long bomb onto Colossus. I called something right.
Yep, you
Yay
did.
me.
Yeah, you did.
Nails it.
It connects. Gets momentum, he takes the dodge. Takes a little...
Right, Guts is going to have to pick up where... I forgot to single out that I played on Harriet. Not that it makes any difference. No, because it's my fault when I'm rolling the dice. I forgot it, but I just stood up and saw it there, and it's like, I had to do this activation anyway, so I wouldn't have activated it. That was not the reason. No, but it would have made a difference to me, but not massively. But the whole reason I put her on there is because I planned to do the takeout here, charge in and kill her. That's even better. To get singled out like a pro. Alright. Guts is going to pick up where Rage failed. Idiot. Oh well, these things happen. 2-5. 2 friends. Singled out. Pause. So, yeah, she's dead now. Scything blow and 2 damage. Yeah.
2 damage on Lois and enough on mana. 3 damage on her. That's true, exactly.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
So if that goal wants to get taken, Jason has
Yeah,
time.
both models
Like-
gone. Yeah.
Like I said, Jason can actually... If I were his coach, and this was a boxing match, I'd be like, take it easy, man.
Take time.
You've got time. You've got time. Don't get flustered by this. I'll pull him over to the corner,
Yeah,
slap him with a towel.
Bit of Vaseline.
Get out of it!
Stop rushing. You're good.
Yeah.
You got it in control, boy. Despite the fact that your clock advantage is now disintegrated to 1 minute from 9
Yeah.
than it was in turn 2, but that
Yeah.
was expected.
The thing is, you've got to get to the takeout on Mother here,
Yeah.
which Which kills Mother,
does
so
go
it
down,
is
so
now
it's-
7-6 to the Union.
And that's 3 activations down, because
That's
that's
3
all 3
activations
players
down.
taken out had not activated.
Yeah. I mean, this is now just going into Hoist, which is kind of like dead at influence, but you might as well get the momentum from it.
Hoist's on 7. Like, if you can chip him down...
So let's have 7 with Reanimate.
7 with Reanimate, yes.
The thing is, Hoist doesn't have any options. He's got no one to replicate.
He's only got 2 influence on him.
Yeah. He just has to push dodge away and then run.
So Sturdy's off the knockdown.
Yep, very nice.
Not really sure why he took that, but sure. I guess maybe he's going to turn Benediction around, but I believe he's not going to be going with Colossus now, so that doesn't make a huge amount of difference.
Chat saying it's so irrelevant killing Mother. I don't think it is. I think you ruin so many.
It's just the activation.
You also,
that's the only reason you want it.
Well, yeah, you also take Burrow off the table.
And, I mean, I don't actually think clock is going to wind up being a thing in this game at this point. Like, it's really ramped up.
No.
But that 1 point could, if it gets down to clock, that 1 point could be the difference. So a counter-attack. Takes the double dodge away from Hoist on the counter-attack, and then Hoist uses that uses a momentum to heal himself, putting him back on full health. So Jason on 5 momentum, Martin on 1, I believe. And now working out what Big Benny's going to do. I believe Benny is just basically moving into... I'm not really sure.
It's a attacking Hoist.
Is it Hoist or is that Ratchet? No, that's Ratchet over there, right?
Yes, sorry. What did I say?
Hoist.
Oh, I meant Ratchet.
I was like, I know he can replicate, but like not like that.
And
takes the momentous knockdown.
Takes the knockdown.
Everyone is shocked.
Yeah. Benny is within range of the legendary, so he's getting the extra dice from the crowd outs here.
Yep.
And damage if he so wishes to take it.
I imagine he'll take some now.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe not.
I mean, he's winning the turn on momentum. I'd just take the 2 up to 3 damage to start.
On the momentum and the 7, I just start ploughing that damage back in.
Yeah, like.
And you go, Rage will finish him next turn.
He takes the non-momentous 2 up to 3 because of the legendary. Yeah. And that is Ratchet. Let's see how much health the Ratchet comes back on with. I believe in you. 9 in total, so that will leave him on 6. Yeah. Unless he had healed in there at some point and I missed it, which he may have done. So he's either on 6 or 10, depending on if he healed or not. Yeah. So, quick roundup for those watching that are interested in how much health the models that are left have. Colossus on full health, Hoist on full health, Ratchet on 6 or 10. And over to the Union, 17 on Rage, 2 on Coin, unless he's been healed somewhere and I've missed it.
Yep.
16 on Benediction, 14 on Gutter, 7 on Hemlock, 10 on Mist. So he's going for the tap-in goal. Not really sure why, but...
Is he?
Sure.
I don't think he is.
Would you just move in?
He
just say, I move into base-to-base with the goal and stop?
He says, I'll hold it because you just get a 6-point activation next turn with Rage.
Yeah.
You get to go kill Ratchet and then shoot on goal.
So now the clock advantage has changed, and that is what happens when you have 3 less models to activate than your opponent.
And looking for that mysterious, mystical takeout on Hoist.
I'm intrigued why he's getting up around Hoist here, because he's got initiative.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of spreading to set up for where the players come on.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to do anything meaningful here.
No.
I even perhaps start moving my players out, setting up to collect the
ball,
the kick when it comes out, if it ever comes out. I'm not really sure how Martin gets out of this outside of not intending to be derogatory, a big spike of luck.
Yeah. And then Mist can punch Ratchet.
Legendary Mist. Legendary Mist.
Oh, Mist
2 damage incoming.
Mist, I don't know if Mist's in range of the legendary. You should totally move Mist with the Shudlike into range. There we are, Mountain. You're a good player. You remembered.
There
Hey,
we go.
called it. Woo!
Get off the phone to him, Jamie. Rigged.
Sorry?
Get off the phone to him, Jamie. Rigged.
Sorry.
Stop
My
giving
phone's
him
on
all the
airplane mode,
hints.
so it doesn't interrupt anything. Is that a wrap?
Yes.
Players here just checking on how much health Ratchet has.
He does have 6 left.
got
So
6.
is it non-momentous 2?
It just
Non-momentous 2?
just a non-momentous
4
4.
damage.
Mist, the
Ratchet on
hidden
2
damage
left.
dealer.
I love Mist under that legendary.
Yeah.
It is, as you say, it's that hidden damage.
It's like, all right, yeah, that's Mist or whatever. And Mist comes in and pokes you with his stick for 8 damage. You're like, ha 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 ha. Take this. Jason here's saying it could have gone better if he'd remembered singled out. I don't.
Could have gone better if you took the Mist activation first. That's how that could have gone better.
Yeah, if you'd have scored.
Scathing comments from the person that has no idea what he's talking about.
So, obviously, Jason has 2, 4, 6, 8, 7.
What is the effect of Hunker Down?
Jason there saying he should have gone for that goal.
Which he should have
Hunker
done.
down gives you +1, +1. So +1 momentum, +1 to the turn, +1 influence,
Resolute.
and players
+2 attack during the
game resolute.
So he
And
does play
he plays the
Hunker
hunker down. He's holding his 7 for when he absolutely needs it. And he's saying he doesn't like the last card he's got.
And I didn't catch what Martin used.
It's either going to be offside trap, keep the ball moving.
It's one of those two.
I think he probably goes out the offside trap to get the. Yeah, so I don't know actually.
I cannot see what that says.
It was like a plus. It's +1, so yeah, he's gone for the offside trap,
Offside trap.
which also gains
See,
him
I
+1.
can't tell what it says because it doesn't say the outside trap.
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks.
But that's
Chris.
what we've got written down.
I think I've said it as well. Off. The offside trap. So both players got +1 influence, and obviously the engineers have their goal influence.
Yep. So Martin bringing his players back on. Going to lose a bit of clock time here, but the clock has gone full circle. Jason is now down, but probably by the end of this, probably going to be down about a minute.
Yeah. So that's we were just listening in on the players' conversation there, and the Rock saying that he's not going to bother even trying to kill Rage because he's not hurt him, and there's
It's just no.
so much
point.
influence would get pushed into that now that it's just
So
not worth
like
it.
generally speaking, is a statement which might be unfair, but I think is accurate. I'm not entirely convinced by Martin's target prioritization here. It seems to have been a bit all over the place.
I think
he started dropping
just
those
gone,
bombs on kind of the wing, which are
Yeah.
models that were never going to be running into the scrum.
Yeah.
And they've just been able to hold off, heal from the momentum that the scrum is generating. And
Yeah. Oh. That was
so heroics.
that was
and
a
charges
Red Fury through Mist, I believe.
to
Stab,
finish off.
kill Ratchet, so it's now 9-6 to the Union, and then he's going to heroic from that momentum from the kill and then charge into Hoist.
I believe it was Benny rather than Mist. But I
Yeah, I
could be
think,
wrong.
more dice makes sense. If we could VAR, it looks like Harriet has too much influence. She's been allocated 4, but if we check her card, I believe she's a 2-3.
She's 2-3.
VAR.
the
We
VAR
can't influence this one. It's not the Guild Ball World Cup.
Get the VAR.
Can't get that
out.
VAR out. VAR. Sorry.
Do we do the big fish, little fish cardboard box joke
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Is that one that we're
Use
gonna
that one.
do?
Use that one
Use a
all
lot.
through
Yeah.
the World Cup. Yeah. Big fish, little fish. VAR.
Awful.
It's brilliant. You know it. You know it's a good.
awful.
You know it.
If I was
fish, little
involved
fish,
with like the
VAR.
Inception, it'd be great. But I
Yeah.
wasn't, so I'm jealous. So it's terrible.
Okay. Fair enough. Rage here just ploughing into.
This is on Hoist, right? Not.
Yeah.
I don't really get
It's
this
like taking
one,
the
but
momentous 3,
sure.
staying at 3s. He has 1 health
He's
left.
got 1 health left with
And there's only
reanimate.
one more attack.
So reanimate's going to go.
Yeah.
Reanimate goes.
Reanimate triggers, takes the damage in a push.
Put him in the death chamber.
Now he's in... Oh. Oh, no, he has 1 more attack. All right, cool.
I think he might have 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
Red Fury 1, charge for 3, leaves him with 3 left, and that was his first attack, right?
Yeah.
Or was that his second attack on him? Yeah, he did have
So Jason here just farming out all of the momentum he can. Momentously takes him out, puts Mountain on 11 points. And Hoist goes down. Shows you the power of Rage.
But Jason doesn't have another reliable takeout on the table at this point. All the models that have come back on with Rage now shifting over there.
Yeah.
None of the models that came back on are going back down. But I am intrigued to see how pivotal the 1 influence too much on Harriet becomes.
Yeah. Looking at a Deadbolt on Mist. And the thing is, the Rock only needs... Oh, Trip 6. 3 damage knockdown on Mist.
Yeah.
The thing is...
Should put Mist, unless he was healed, on 7.
Yeah.
Goes for the charge, defensive stance.
The Rock only needs to take out 1 kill, and he's got that
he's got the goal.
Guaranteed goal.
And he's going for Mist here, and it's entirely possible.
And
that 3 health left after that, assuming that I tracked it correctly.
Yeah.
The charge coming in here. There was defensive stance, so on 5s, but 5s don't seem to have been too much of a problem so far.
No. And continue to not be a problem.
Continues to not be a problem
1,
with the
2,
5
3, 4,
on
5,
10 dice.
Just 50-50 it, right?
I mean, I haven't said it yet. I've resisted the temptation so far.
Yeah. And then bonus time in all these next attacks. Looking for 4s. 6 health left from the sounds of it there.
I believe so, yeah.
So what are we going to heal? Oh, just rolling everything. 4 hits.
So it's the 3 damage, I'm guessing. Leaving her on 3. So needs...
Nope. Can't bonus time this one.
Oh, Bryce
caught
out
it.
the incorrect allocation.
VAR. That wasn't us. Put it on Colossus. Gives him a second chance on goal.
Yep. And misses the 3 damage this time round. So I believe that will be Mist surviving for now, and then Mist will just run away.
Yeah, Mist will Shudlike 2 inches, acrobatic 2 inches. Get out of here. No heal, but there's no one over on that side of the pitch by the looks of it to take Mist out.
Jogs over. And then acrobatics away.
He's just working out. Why can't he sprint? Oh, if he wants to go over the...
Yeah, can't sprint over it.
And then he's got 4 more inches of movement with his acrobatics.
2 there, and then 2 there.
Yeah, so looking here for sucker punches.
Yeah.
9-inch sprint. Oh, can
so
get
I believe
range.
Mist does have 2 health left. I think the last roll was 1 damage.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Is that in range? He looks in range.
So are those green dice with Jason up there?
Well, he had to spend the momentum to
stand up.
Just to stand up to get away.
I mean, you've got to go for that. That's the game. If you get this, you've won, bud.
Yeah. Oh. Player saying that's not in. She's just out of range. For guys at home, he didn't heal.
In range. So she is in range. Yeah.
2 dice and
missed the dice tray.
Missed the dice tray with both. 3 and a 1. He doesn't get the takeout. The game
Will
will
on.
continue.
And opens up because now Harriet's in Danger Town.
Harriet's with a 4 influence gutter there going, oh, hello again, Harriet. What
nice
a
to
lovely
be-
time to come back with 8 health. I averaged
Yeah.
2 on you per swing.
Yeah.
Delicious.
With Benny there to set up with the
Yeah.
knockdown first.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Well, I guess that was if you don't get that, you can't do much anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
it had to go for it. And how easily you've been hitting 5s this game.
Yeah. The thing is, it could be also just really good play from Jason because with Harriet having to come over there, if she had have got the takeout, then Gutter still has that opportunity to go and kill Harriet because Harriet's now there.
So I believe it was the momentous 2. I believe it was a momentous 2 with the double push from the charge from Benediction.
Oh,
and on the wrap there was 1.
It sounds like The Rock just said, let me just measure something, and then I'll decide if it's even worth me. You can just do your next turn, and then I'll give you my hand. How much health does Hemlock have?
7, I believe.
So players, is the clock's ticking? Yeah, they are. So players here are saying, like, The Rock's like, I'll shake your hand, I can't win.
Yeah, because he has no momentum and no way of getting any.
And Jason's just saying, like, but I could completely miss the attacks. Why are you throwing the game at this point? Yes, it's not in a great place. So... So Jason's trying to say, no, let's play the game out.
Okay.
All right, play a shake.
He had no momentum and no way of getting momentum to even take the shot to see what happened with the dice.
Correct.
And by the time it gets round, it's just you're gonna. I cannot get my kill before you're going to get yours.
Yeah.
With you being on 11 and me being on 6.
Yeah.
That's that. So there we go. 12. I guess that goes down as 12-6.
12-6. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's the end of game 1. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We'll be back after the break. Keep an eye out on Twitter and Facebook. We'll be announcing, or in the Guild Wars Supporters group, when the next group round is about to go live.
It's coffee time.
It is time for coffee.
It's coffee
because
time.
I need it.
Yes.
Desperately. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to watch the next video for round 2 of the British Championships.